Welcome back to the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by El Chico. For the best Tex-Mex in East Tennessee, stop by El Chico off Merchants Drive exit, right off I-75. So many Mexican places have almost identical menus. The plates, the meals come out and they look the same, they taste the same. They all get the food in the same places. El Chico is unique, I promise you that. Dine in, eat on their patio, or get great Tex-Mex to go. El Chico, right on Cedar Lane. That's right off the Merchants Drive exit. I-75 in North Knoxville, El Chico. All right, players are getting more power these days. This is going to be a quick segment. Some are demanding that conferences give them better answers, better plans for COVID. We've seen that in a couple of conferences. Even the SEC, you had some talkback, some pushback. They are pushing for social change all over the country. You've seen Jeremy Pruitt being very involved with that with his team. Players are getting a stipend already, stipend, however you want to pronounce it. They'll soon be getting money for image and likenesses that are being used. I would say, in terms of fairness, it's a good thing, no question. As former players, I would think you're for that. In terms of the college sports model, I don't know that it can exist if everything changes in that direction and the players become unionized to that extent. So my question, is this a good thing or a bad thing that players are getting all this power?
Well, I think it's a good thing they're able to use their platform to invoke some social change that's unfortunately been accepted as the norm. I think that's a good thing. I also think it's a good thing that the players are able to benefit off their likeness, provided they made some equity into that particular product. But I said in the last segment, the revolution of the NCAA's laws are going to have to be rethought and re-executed. We're at different times. The things that, Twitter, Zoom, all the things went out back then. Now we have these things. And we have to evolve with the times. And the times, there's going to be some more restrictions going to be put in place versus the pro model, to keep the model that John just talked about, the college model. But we definitely have to widen that scope of what an athlete can actually benefit from for what they're putting into the games.
Mike, I'm going to go with you next.
Yeah, so, it's great that they're using their voice in a positive way. It's good that now, as an offensive lineman, I wouldn't get paid on any likeness because I'm never making touchdowns. He'd get the cash. I wouldn't get anything, right?
I share it with you, brother.
That's part of the
So that's an imbalance there. But here's the thing: you've got a system in the NCAA that answers to no one, that sets their own rules, is above every single law out there. And until they are brought into some sort of judicial type of structure so that they say, all right, you want to get paid, here's the rules. All right, you want to have transfers, here's the rules. And have more set stones. But it ain't going to happen with the NCAA until they're blown up. I remember, it was when I was getting ready to leave college. Everybody's talking about, all these colleges are signing a petition to leave the NCAA. 30 years later, we're still waiting for that to happen.
Yeah, I mean, the NCAA
coaches
is
we're talking about. Yeah, getting rid of the NCAA. We're gonna form our own conferences and all this other stuff.
Right, the super conference. I think COVID and what you've seen in the NCAA's lack of leadership.
Yeah,
I think you may be headed that way. But again, you're just going to have the colleges will just form a smaller group to oversee. It's
but if they can set reasonable laws and jurisdiction, absolutely.
Okay, yes or no? Is this good for college sports as we know it? If players are unionized, for lack of a better word?
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Danny?
I think it is good for college sports, because it's going to make it a more equal platform, I think, for all the players. And it'll create more of a free market with it. And I think that'll be better for the college sports model, even though I'm partial to, I love what we got. I love how it's worked out. But at the same time, change is a good thing.
It'll evolve into something else. I think it'll evolve into something else, but I don't think it's good for the current college sports model. I mean, here's the other thing: when the likeness deal, all these things come with, they're like onions. You just peel the layers because. All right, how do you handle that? Do you now sell everybody's jersey? I mean, what about the kids who have, the three guys with one number? Do you sell them now with their names on them? So somebody has to produce all these jerseys, and somebody's isn't going to sell. And hey, I didn't make as much money as you could say. I didn't make as much money because you didn't have a stole jersey in the store.
Yeah.
Why did you hold me back? And you also have you muddy the water that an unscrupulous booster could come in and say, sign with us, kid.
I'll buy all the
a
jerseys."
million jerseys a year.
There you go.
So, and you could do that on any of these.
And they're not doing it now.
Well,
Yeah, they're
but
doing
you
that.
now
But
just
I know.
legalize.
It's just, I know it's
Yeah.
a can of worms, and again, it's the NCAA is a corrupt system. It's broken.
I like the idea of giving the players, in fairness, in a perfect world, they do have more power. I just think it breaks the current model,
Yeah.
becomes something
Well, I
else.
think the current model it's time for it to be broken, John. P.
Okay.
It's just, it's so antiquated. It's unfortunate. You got these guys who you look up to and they do all these things for you on the courts and on the fields. And then on Sunday, they're hungry because training table's not open.
Okay. All right. Hey, Daniel Hood, Sterling Hinton, Mike Stoll, VFLs, thanks for being here. I appreciate all of you coming in.
Pleasure.
Dr. Christopher Ramsey from Tennessee Urology, appreciate him for coming in here. Thanks for following our sponsors, for supporting them. Thanks for watching the show. Guys, be smart. Get a PSA test. Talk to your doctor. Do you need a PSA test? Do you need the exam? Do it. It can save your life. We'll see you right back here next Sunday for the Sports Source. Thank you.